And let's get at this issue right out of the gate, that somehow the child tax credit is discouraging work. Because I think encouraging work and giving families an opportunity to get ahead, they're not mutually exclusive. They go hand in hand. And I really appreciate your coming, Ms. Lester, because you're the face of a lot of families in Columbus, Ohio. And as we've been talking about, some of my Republican colleagues believe, for example, that people would stop working if the expanded child tax credit were to become permanent. That's really one of the key issues in this debate right now. So a couple of questions for you to start us off. When you were receiving monthly child tax credit payments in 2021, did leaving your job because of those payments, did that ever cross your mind?
No, absolutely not. It never crossed my mind. In fact, I would never see that as an option. In 2020, in late 2019, I should say, my partner actually was laid off, and much of 2020 he was unemployed. So in 2021, when we were receiving those payments, his employment to me was still unstable, working, a job not in his field, and then taking a contract job. So to me, I was the person working in the most secure, permanent employment. And with that comes benefits like health care that my children are on. There are other benefits with my employer that cannot be replaced by a few $1,000s. The few $1,000s, of course, helps us make ends meet, helps us pay for childcare to go to work, but it certainly is not going to replace someone's income, in my opinion.
Okay. So let me kind of maybe put a little bit of a finer point on it. You've got 2 kids under 6. So under the bill that I'm pleased to be co-sponsoring with my colleagues, you'd get an additional $7,200 per year. Is that enough money for you to quit your job and still pay all of the bills while managing the expenses of raising a family?
I do not believe so at all. I don't think that would cover much of anything if I just quit my job and we went to a one-income household. No.
I hope my colleagues have kind of picked up on Ms. Lester's point, because this is right at the heart of the debate. What we want to do is we want to encourage work in this country. Your senator always talks about the dignity of work. At the same time, we want to give people a chance to get ahead. And I think that's what the child tax credit has really been all about. Now, Ms. Matsui, I think it'd be good to transition to you, because Ms. Lester has kind of given us an example of what things are like in Columbus, Ohio. And I think that mirrors what a lot of other people have said. But you have done a lot of research, and I think you have an assessment of this, of what the 2021 effort meant in terms of being fully refundable, the extra child tax credit for work, and why full refundability is so important.
Thank you, Senator. With respect, most of the studies that were conducted of the 2021 expanded credits showed no impact on work, no discernible decline in employment. And in fact, that's consistent with findings that a study that the National Women's Law Center, a number of other organizations conducted with researchers from Berkeley through the Ipsos polling firm, where parents said that, in fact, many of them were able to work more hours because they were able to afford childcare and transportation. So the bulk of the research certainly shows that in 2021, there was not an impact on employment. The child tax credit payments did not cause parents to work less.
And given what you found in light of this evidence, it strikes me as not making much sense that you have a tax credit designed to support kids that leaves the lowest income kids out. Do you share that view?
Thank you, Senator. So in fact, as you note, 19 million children right now live in families whose incomes are too low to fully benefit from the child tax credit. Those are families that are disproportionately children of color. So these are children who do not have access to the benefits of the child tax credit, where their family income increases, their families are better able to provide them with food and more nutritious food, and they can have the basics and what they need to support their healthy development and their well-being.
Great. Thank you.